Years before Matt Ryan brought John Constantine to life, Keanu Reeves first portrayed the chain-smoking occult detective, exorcist, demonologist, and master of the dark arts in the 2005 live-action American superhero horror film directed by Francis Lawrence, simply called Constantine.
Hi, my name's John.
Constantine was released in 2005. It was met with mixed critical reception and only made $230 million worldwide, off of a $100 million budget. The film also changed several aspects of the source material, including a number of cosmetic changes to the lead character's appearance. Reeves played the role with his natural accent and hair color, whilst the original character was intentionally drawn to resemble English musician Sting, and originally came from Liverpool.
When I came back, I knew all the things I could see were real.
Nevertheless, over a decade later, the movie has assembled a sizable fan base and an incredible cult following.
You know, in the 15 years since it released, every time I do a movie and I go out and travel the world and do junkets, I am signing Constantine DVDs more than any other movie that I've done. I mean, over the years, different countries, people really love this movie, and I think that it's like found a sort of a new life in a weird way. I mean, I even see articles where people, even like Rotten Tomatoes posted an article about, apologizing to Constantine for, the Rotten Tomato count that it had. And I think people have sort of discovered it recently, weirdly. It's always kind of had its kind of cult fan base, which has been great, but I think people have sort of discovered it in a new way.
In recent years, Francis Lawrence noted how he'd want to make Constantine 2 R-rated and extra scary. Here's what producer Akiva Goldsman had to say about certain ideas for a possible sequel.
Was there any talk at the time of doing a sequel, or did it ever come up? Not come up?
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Endlessly came up. Boy, we wanted to make a hard R sequel. Oh God, yeah. I mean, I think we'd probably make it tomorrow. I mean, yes, we tried a lot of different ways to find. It was always to the studios who made it, which were Village Roadshow and Warner Brothers. It was always a little bit of a feathered fish. Its oddness, the thing that you're talking about, which I do think is one of the most lovely things about the film, the way it is equally comfortable in a character scene between Keanu and Rachel as it is with demons flying, hurling themselves at a man who's going to light his fist on fire and expel them, is odd, right? It's not really action-packed. It just has a bunch of action. This movie isn't exactly a thing. It's kind of a few things, which is, I think, what's beautiful about it. But those seem to get harder and harder to make. And even then, I think much as we wanted to. And we've talked about it, and we've had ideas. And I would love that one of, like, he wakes up in a cell. He has to identify the prisoner. That Frank's idea, remember? And it was Jesus. And then he comes up with, you think it's Beirut, he's in New York. I mean, there were, we talked about it.
We would definitely, but I will say that, we definitely talked about sequels, I think, more than the studio.
Still, if it were up to Lawrence and Keanu Reeves, they're willing to re-explore the supernatural realm that they first delved into the mid-2000s.
John Constantine, asshole.
Throughout the years, Keanu Reeves himself has grown an incredible fan base with hits like the John Wick franchise, enabling a resurgence of sequels to his popular films like Bill and Ted and The Matrix.
Sure about this? No.
Matt Ryan, who plays the titular character in DC's Arrowverse, continues to drive more interest for the character, and with a new implanted multiverse strategy, lends itself to the possibility of having multiple iterations of the character across different mediums.
Bollocks.
During an interview for John Wick 3 in 2019, Keanu Reeves expressed interest in reprising as John Constantine.
What other movie do you could you see yourself coming back to? I've always wanted to play John Constantine again. Yeah, why? I just love that world too, and I love that character. Yeah, I just had a blast playing that character and any of that world.
Early 2020, it was announced that J.J. Abrams and his Bad Robot production company is partnering with Warner Media to create a Justice League Dark film and TV universe, starting with a show centered on the team of supernatural characters heading to HBO Max. According to DCU Direct, who claims to have a reliable source with industry knowledge, a live-action Constantine movie or series is in development at Warner Brothers, with Bad Robot serving as a production company and J.J. Abrams attached as a producer. The film will have a similar feel and tone to Bad Robot's other current upcoming projects, which include the Justice League Dark HBO Max show, as well as the Zatanna movie. This news was confirmed by The Hollywood Reporter in their story about James Gunn's Peacemaker, where it's mentioned that Abrams is, quote-unquote, working on supernatural shows featuring Constantine and Zatanna, among others. More interesting than the development of the film is the inference that the studio may actually be courting Keanu Reeves to return in the role of John Constantine. Brandon Katz, senior entertainment reporter for The Observer, had this to say: "Have heard some whispers about this. If Keanu Reeves returns, that'll give him yet another iconic character to extend his mainstream popularity. Every decade, this dude rolls out another buzzy title to reignite the public's love. What a movie star."
No, this one belongs to me.
And I'm going to have to agree. Essentially, it's a Keanu Reeves assance right now with Bill and Ted, and the Matrix series is coming up. Also, the continuation of the John Wick film franchise. I think everybody's buzzing about Keanu Reeves. So if Keanu Reeves truly, really wants to come back as Constantine, and there is an opportunity to do so either in the films or on HBO Max, I think Keanu Reeves would absolutely kill it again as John Constantine. All right, if you absolutely love this daily dose of DC content in movies, shows, and video games, please click the like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, keep this hot dog light on, and I'll see you next time. Bye.